Hello everyone, welcome back to the class which is discussing about physical quantities and measurement. So far we have learned that we can measure area and volume of regular solids using formula and area of irregular objects can be found using graph paper. In today's class, let us learn to measure volume of liquids and irregular solids. First of all, let us discuss the method for measuring the volume of liquids. We know that liquids do not have a fixed shape. They take the shape of the container they are kept in. The maximum volume of a liquid that a container can hold is known as its capacity. What is known as capacity? The maximum volume of a liquid that a container can hold is known as its capacity. That means capacity measures how much liquid a container can hold. For example, here you can see a glass. It is fully filled with water. Now, if we are pouring some more drop of water, what will happen? It will overflow. That means it do not have the capacity to hold a single drop of water more. Is it? So we can say that this much is the capacity of this glass. Now have a look at this bottle. This bottle is also fully filled with water, and if you are removing the cap and if you are pouring some more drop of water, it will also overflow. This shows that this bottle also has a capacity. Like that we can say that every object has its own capacity. Now, when we are trying to compare the capacity level of these two objects, what conclusion we will reach? Yes, here we can see that the capacity of this glass is less than the capacity of this bottle. And one more thing that you have to keep in mind is the capacity and volume has same unit. The volume of liquid is usually measured by using measuring cylinders and measuring cans. First one is measuring cylinder. It is a cylinder made up of either glass or plastic. Capacity of measuring cylinders is 100 milliliter. Big measuring cylinders of capacity 200 ml and 500 ml are also available. ml means milliliter. You might have seen this kind of measuring cylinders. Where will we use this? Yes, this kind of measuring cylinders is generally used in laboratories. And this kind of measuring cylinders is used by pharmacists to measure liquid medicines. Now let us see how to measure volume of liquid using this kind of measuring cylinders. For that, we have to place the measuring cylinder on a flat surface. Then pour the given liquid completely into the measuring cylinder gently so that no liquid splashes out of the cylinder. Wait for some time till the liquid becomes stationary in the cylinder. Here we can notice that upper surface of liquid is curved when the liquid becomes stationary. Then we have to read the liquid level in the measuring cylinder by keeping our eye horizontally in line with the lower surface as shown in the figure. Thus, we can measure the volume of liquid. Now you try to say how much is the volume of this liquid shown here. Yes, it is 70. The volume of this liquid is 70. 70 what? What is the unit? Yes, you know that unit of this volume is liter, milliliter, deciliter, is it? And what about here? Which unit we have to use? Yes, we have to use the unit milliliter, ml. How you will come to know? Here we can see that at the top of this cylinder, it is marked as ml. So, the volume of this liquid is 70 ml. Now, what about the capacity of this cylinder? The capacity means it is the maximum amount of liquid that a cylinder can hold. Is it? So what about its capacity? Yes, its capacity is 100 ml because at the top we can see that the number which is written is 100. It is not that clear for you, but that's number 100 and the unit is ml. So we can say that the capacity of this cylinder is 100 ml. Next one is measuring can. The volume of liquid is generally measured by measuring cans of different shapes and sizes. Based on shapes, we can classify measuring cans into two. They are conical measuring cans and cylindrical measuring cans. Conical measuring cans are used to measure liquids such as kerosene and petrol, whereas cylindrical measuring cans with long handles are commonly used to measure milk and edible oil. Measuring cans are available in different capacities such as 50 ml, 100 ml, 200 ml, 500 ml, 1000 ml till 5 liters it is available. So we can say that the range of measuring cans is from 50 ml to 5 liters. ml stands for milliliter and L stands for liter. This is a kind of conical measuring can and this is a kind of cylindrical measuring can. Now let us see how to measure liquid using measuring can. A measuring can is used to measure a fixed volume of liquid from a large volume. Suppose if it is required to measure 500 ml of milk from the milk contained in a bucket. For this, take the measuring can of capacity 500 ml. So we can measure this 500 ml of milk directly from this bucket. Instead of this 500 ml can, if we are taking the measuring can of 1000 ml, it won't work out. Why? Because any measuring can cannot measure a volume less than its capacity. That means here the capacity of this measuring can is 1000 ml and what we have to measure is what? 500 ml of milk. We cannot get a direct reading of 500 ml in the 1000 ml of can. So we cannot use this 1000 ml of measuring can for measuring the 500 ml of milk from this bucket. But if we are taking 100 ml can for measuring 500 ml of milk, then we have to pour the milk 5 times in 100 ml can to get 500 ml of milk. So we can use 100 ml can for measuring 500 ml of milk. The repeated use of 100 ml can helps us to measure the 500 ml of milk. One of the advantage of measuring cylinder over measuring can is that the different levels of liquid can be measured in one measuring cylinder. That means here you can see measuring cylinders of different capacities such as 50 ml, 100 ml, 300 ml, 500 ml and 1 liter. In this, I am selecting a measuring cylinder of 100 ml. Using this, we can measure 10 ml, 20 ml, 25 ml, 45 ml, 95 ml till 100 ml we can measure in this 100 ml measuring cylinder. But if we are using measuring cans, whether it is a conical measuring can or cylindrical measuring can, we cannot measure 50 ml of liquid in 100 ml can. So that's all about the methods for measuring volume of liquids.